Hey, Michael, I got a question for you. Something's been rattling around up in my brain, and everyone's talking about this. And it's something that's kind of the cat's meow when people are looking for leads, instantaneous gratification. It's the whole Zillow monster out there. Most agents are terrified of it, but you, my friend, are the master, the scriptwriter, the ultimate deity of Zillow leads and how you handle them. You go through a ton of leads, and you are pulling down some big, big numbers on this. And I just need to ask you a question. How in the heck do you do all this when everyone else talks so much trash about it and you love it and you've mastered it? What is your secret, dude?
So, Greg, I absolutely love Zillow Leads. I'm part of the Flex program with Zillow, and it has been a game changer for my business. I do not like working with sellers. I know that that is so contradictory to what most people are used to. So when I had an opportunity to join Zillow Flex, I took that opportunity. This is about working with buyers. I obviously you will get a smattering of sellers. Some of your buyers will be sellers, but the majority of them are first-time home buyers. They're new to the business, and I absolutely love the process. A lot of people don't like it. Zillow does take a considerable chunk of change depending on your market area and price point, but these are people that I may not have met otherwise. It does take a bit of ramp up. It was a little bit frustrating in the first couple of months because most of the people that are coming to you are first-time home buyers. They are people that really don't understand the process. Here in the Silicon Valley, a lot of them are non-English speaking is their primary language. They're foreigners. They've come to the market and they want to be part of the American dream. And let me tell you, in the Silicon Valley, I don't care what anybody says, real estate is the play. Greg and I will talk after this about what leveraged buying means, because almost every home sale and every home purchase is a leveraged buy. You're taking out a loan and you're benefiting on the overall value of the house. And right now, I tell people all the time, you can get into a house with 3% down. If you're VA, you can get in with 0% down. So there are a lot of options for you. I personally love VA buyers. I think it's the best deal going. And I also like these first-time buyers. What do I do to make this successful? Greg, this isn't any different than everything we've ever talked about. I have a system. I've built the system around reaching out to people. And what I am quickly learning, and Greg, I want to hear your thoughts on this, is that me doing business the normal way that I would do business, which is email, text, and please don't make me come out of the house, don't always work.
Okay, explain that.
Greg, I'm learning very quickly that you got to pick up the phone. You got to be willing to go outside. You got to be willing to tour the homes, and you got to do those things. And I am doing those things. I'm going out there. But Greg, you've always said, form the connection.
Yep.
Create the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's working for me.
There's a shop that you like to go to around your home which is an inside joke between your wife, that you get all the free smoothies and drinks possible, when in reality you're just using her credits to go there. But here's the thing. You go in there and everybody knows you and you know everybody. That's a personal relationship being built. You're getting a smoothie, or is it a smoothie? I think it's a smoothie or some sort of drink.
For those of you that don't know, quick hard sell for one of my favorite spots. I absolutely love iced tea. Panera Sip Club, baby, $12.99 a month, and you get unlimited drinks. I call them free because my wife couldn't figure out how to cancel her account. So I just type in her phone number. You can get a free 32-ounce beverage every 2 hours. And hey, I don't have it in here right now, but I've gotten friendly with them, and I don't like going every 2 hours. So I take my 32-ounce Yeti mug, dun, 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 and then I take a 64-ounce Yeti jug, and I fill both of them up at once so that I have iced tea during the day. I do this every day. If you think about this, you go to any other place right now, those iced teas are $3.99.
Right. And that's where it gets expensive, it both in time and in energy and in money. That's the same thing I'm just talking about building a personal relationship. Look how much alive. That's really not a good English at all. Look how alive you just became just talking about iced tea.
It's
Now,
free.
yeah, but what if you can have that same reaction from your buyers? And I think that's what you're really talking about, is that you're working with buyers, you're showing them a way and a footprint into way the path to buy a property, even if they're not from this country. You're saying, okay, look, you have a want, you have a need, I have a desire to help you. Let's make this happen together. So when you first get a lead, let's tackle this one by one from the very beginning. You get the first lead. What kind of time response is required for you to actually get the best responses on leads? Are we talking 30 seconds a minute, 10 hours? Because the average response time for leads online is 15 hours.
Ooh, well,
That's national
15,
stats.
15 hours with Zillow Flex, you're done, right? You're not going to get that lead qualified and warm like you will when somebody's on Zillow and they're in the hunt, right? They found a property and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to see this. Boom, you got 5 minutes or less. Okay,
Or less.
in order to get the best results, 5 minutes or less is going to produce results. Now, that doesn't mean you need to get them out to the property in 5 minutes. What that means is that you need to be in touch, whether it's a text, a phone call, an email, or all of the above. For me, what I have found is most of the Zillow Flex conversations that are quality come in from somebody that has either said, I want to see this house today or tomorrow at X time. Those are the best, right? So you say yes, you accept that lead, you get it in, you talk to the person very, very quickly. Hey, this is Michael Fielden with Luxuriant Realty. I am a Zillow Premier agent, and I understand you want to take a look at 123 Main Street. I'm here to help you. I have in my notes that you would like 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. Is that correct? Okay, you go through this process. And here's where I absolutely love what I learned from Greg is that there's a script. Be consistent. Okay, find something that works. That works for me. They say yes, 2:30. Hey, great. Again, my name is Michael Fielden. I'm going to send you a text and an email confirming this. It will include my number. If there's anything else you would like to know in between now and then or any other properties, please let me know and I will get them on the calendar and scheduled for you as well. Boom, I'm done. Okay, now that's partly because, and I know, Greg, some of that goes against your grain, partly because that's how Zillow wants you to do it. But what I have found is that 90% of the people that I talk to, this is the way to get them engaged, get them into a property, get them into seeing a home.
Okay.
And it works.
So 5 minutes is our magic number. That's ultimately what you're saying right now. So if you go 10 minutes or more, it's might as well just not respond to them because they're going to be swooped up by somebody else or lose interest or move on with life because everyone's got a busy day. You know, I was looking for something for my Jeep or my SRT Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, why am I telling this story? Well, because that stinking vehicle is no longer in production. So parts for this thing are insanely hard to find. And this one particular part I'm trying to find, I have to go on all these forums and chat all these chat bots. And I'll tell you, it was honestly annoying how long I had to wait. Guess how long I had to wait?
Oh, 30 seconds.
Actually, if it was 30 seconds, I would have been impressed. I had to wait a total of like 5 minutes. It's funny you brought the word 5 minutes, the number 5 minutes up. It's around 5 minutes. And I was so annoyed, I clicked away from the site. So I'm like, I want my instant gratification now because that's how the human brain has been trained. Look at all the social media, look at your response times, look, everything's customized for you. And it's like, well, I have an answer. You answer me now, gosh darn it. And that's what everybody, if you get that way, guess what? The people inquiring about a property, they're feeling the same damn thing. So, Michael, my question with those two different stories now, what do you think about AI as a responder to get back within 30 seconds or less, answer specific questions, and then be able to kick you in as the real agent because you're in a meeting, but we want to get right back to you?
So I think for the Zillow circumstance, I don't think the AI model works.
Why not? I think it would work perfectly.
It's not fast enough.
30 seconds is not fast enough, but you said 5 minutes is what people should be doing?
I think that the not fast enough part is they need to hear your voice. So you got to remember that 90% of the flex calls, When you accept the call, Zillow connects you to the person. So you're
Right.
already there. Then what I do is I send a quick text and I have a canned prompt for the email. Okay. And the email is simple, right? The email says, and I am going to read it because I think it is important for people. My email says in the subject, "Hi from Michael," and then in parentheses, the guy from Zillow.
No, okay.
Okay, because they don't know who Michael is.
They don't.
At that point. This is the first email they've ever gotten. "Hi, first name." It's all coming out of AI. "Thanks for reaching out on Zillow. I'm Michael, a realtor over here in Santa Clara. And I figured I'd say hi as an actual person because I'm trying to form that relationship instead of an auto reply." Okay. They don't have to know. Hopefully they won't watch this and see
If
that.
they did, I'll be very happy.
Yep. Okay. "I won't blow up your phone or tell you every house is the one. Honestly, most of what I do early on is help people get their bearings and figure out what a smart move looks like for them. Whether that's this month or a year from now doesn't matter to me. I already know that most real estate agents, or excuse me, most of the Zillow people that come in are first-time home buyers. I also know that most Zillow agents are in a rush to pre-qualify. I'm not about pre-qualifying in the first 5 minutes. Okay. And I know that we've all been taught that. Hey, are you working with another agent? Do you have a loan? Do you have an agent? All of those things. I don't even care.
I have such a big bone to pick with you on that one, but I want to keep hearing your logic. Keep going.
Okay. So I think my logic continues here, Greg. I'll send you over a few short notes over the next while on how buying works around here. Mostly so the whole thing feels less like a black box. You can skim the ones that help and discard the ones that don't. Easier just to ask me something? Question mark. Reply here or text me. And then I ask a question, Greg, and you're going to love this one because I think I learned this from you in your class in a different chunk. I asked the question, what got you looking?
Yeah. What's your motivation? What's your reason for looking?
What's your motivation?
What's that life change
why?
shift? What's your why?
This is my what's your why. So this has worked really, really well for you, for me, from you. Jeez, worked well for you too. I'm still thinking I'm going to get in trouble for not qualifying people. So I don't qualify people. I get them into the house because I want them to form that attachment. My direct failure for not qualifying is a solid 15%. 15% that just want to get in the door, already have another realtor.
Okay. So that 15%, so you're willing to jeopardize 15% of your life while in this industry, while using this lead generation system to go out and talk to somebody who has no interest in doing anything with you. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Why not eliminate the 15 by just asking them, are you working with another agent? That's 3 seconds.
So number one is Zillow bought Follow Up Boss, and these calls that come in originally are recorded and reviewed by Zillow. They give you a script. They want you to get people into the doors. What they have found is that overall that works. And what I have found, and this is probably contradictory to what you think, is that most new to American first-time buyers don't actually know a realtor. If I find that somebody's like, oh, I own 3 houses, I know they know a realtor. So I'm more skeptical, but I still follow the script because I want to be a top Zillow agent. Now, you can question this all you want, Greg, but this mentality has been less than a full-time job for me, and I've done multiple millions of dollars in business this year through August.
You have. You
And
and I've had that discussion
that
off air with that certain numbers, and I will agree. Your numbers make valid sense. As much as I kick, moan, bitch, and complain about your practices on this because it hurts my soul at an epic level,
yep.
I honestly understand your rationale behind it, and I understand where they're coming from. Zillow as a platform and as a lead provider. What I don't understand is the fact that you're still calling them leads when in reality they're respondents. There's no
Sure.
relationship built. So why not?
But wait.
Wait, fast now.
Takes one meeting to make it a lead.
It does, but also takes one meeting for them to just be like, oh yeah, Bob's going to be representing me. Thanks for opening the door. See you later. Yep. Why not just ask them? And if Zillow criticizes you for being a professional and not stepping on another professional's toes, how is that a problem?
Okay, so let's talk through the numbers.
And where you can go utilize your time to work with someone who actually is going to give them their money, their percentage back in their pocket versus wasting time with Stacy from Remax, who's not going to pay him anything.
Hold up. So
riddle me this one.
I got you on this one, Greg. Here's the way I look at it. 20 minutes driving, 20 minutes showing the house to figure out they've got another agent, 20 minutes to get home, and a little bit of anger and frustration and disappointment. Okay, so I'm out 1 hour.
Yeah, 90 minutes.
I'm in the Silicon Valley, dude. I don't live in the woods.
20, 40, 60, that's an hour. Then you have, get home, travel, then interaction, hang out with them.
Okay,
so
90 minutes. Call it whatever you want. How many good leads do you get in 90 minutes of cold calling?
It depends on the day, the time, the list I'm calling, what time of year. It really, really matters. But they're
2, 5, 10.
Leads. I didn't pay for them.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the deal with Zillow Flex, and I get it, guys. I'm in the Silicon Valley, so my sale price is high. Average sale price $1.2 million for first-time buyers.
That's a condo.
That's a ghetto condo. My pool of buyers is massive. Okay. And my pool of qualified first-time buyers, I think, is better than the norm. Okay. So I feel like those numbers play out.
Okay.
And I'm not going to cold call.
Oh, I know that. But here's the thing. And I'm not trying to push buttons with you in the slightest. I'm just trying to be, the opposite side of the coin. The fact of the matter is, you are doing your job, and it is the price you're paying is the price of business, and it works in your scenario because it just makes sense for what you want to do, how you want to do it. I completely agree with that, and everyone has a different business model and style and thought patterns. Now, let's say, Michael, there's a new agent in the marketplace, and Emily is a brand new agent. Hi, Emily. Nice to meet you. She is in Tupelo, Mississippi. Now, do you feel that that Emily's leads in Tupelo, Mississippi, in all respect to Tupelo, Mississippi, is that going to be the same reaction and interaction and end result that you're getting in Silicon Valley?
Yes.
That's a very yes up note.
So I suspect that, what was her name?
Emily.
Emily is going to be seeing fewer foreign first-time buyers.
Potentially.
She is potentially going to see an audience that is easier to get pre-qualified and into a house because the price point is low hundreds of thousands versus millions.
Michael, it's in a more affordable price point.
Yeah, it's cheap.
More affordable price point. Here's what I'm really asking, because I'm genuinely curious about this. With the percentage, and I think if I ran my numbers correctly, it's like 35% or somewhere in that ballpark. It's almost a standard referral fee, give or take, right?
Yep, give or take.
Okay, so we're in that ballpark of 35, 30, somewhere in there, whatever. Check your own Zillow listings. You guys figure it out for yourselves. Here's the point. If you were to go back and retroactively look at what the cost of acquisition of per client, and that's acquisition and close cost. So I'm going to use very, very easy number. Let's say it costs $1 to get a lead from Zillow, but then it takes you $3 more to get them closed. That's $4 that it takes to get that $7. That's six, Greg. $7 payout. Is it worth your time or Emily's time in Tupelo, Mississippi for this? Or would you take that same expense and invest in a personal brand build out?
I would do both. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that. So, Greg, one of the things that I think is important here is let's look at it as a $10 number, because your $1 doesn't work. I'm selling a $10 house. It cost me $3 to get the lead. Okay. $2 to work it. And I'm still making $5 that I wasn't going to make otherwise. Now I'm also building the opportunity to help that customer down the line and to get this additional business if they choose to sell or buy more or whatever it is, right? If they choose to sell and they came to me as a buying lead, I get 100%. Okay. If they buy a second property, I still pay a referral fee just like before, but there's a lot of opportunity there. And this, to me, net, I'm making more than I was before. Okay.
Okay. What, and to be true to you, you are very, very concentrated on it this year, and you are putting your energy and time and money behind it, and it's paying off, right? Yeah. You know, it would be interesting, since you know both sides of the coin. Give me pros and cons. Again, Emily is just our innocent victim here in regards to our new agent.
There's an Emily right now in Tupelo, Mississippi going, what the hell?
How did you know my number or my name? But I mean, Emily, let's just say she has a budget of, I don't know, $2,500 a month for marketing, all in, right? That's our expense for everything. Wouldn't it be better long-term to maybe split that and maybe get a smaller amount of buyers from Zillow to start, and then maybe go off and build your own brand on the same time? Or would you go, silo specific, Zillow brand?
No, I'm not going both, Greg. I think, it's funny. People talk about this all the time, right? It's like, how do you start building your brand? Well, I went out to a local company. I grabbed this stack of fancy papers. Craig's going, what the hell is this? And where are you going?
What is that?
This is paper samples. Okay. Because it starts with your business card, right? You build your brand. Now, I wanted to show you one of the things I've found. I also learned from Greg, except I spun it a little bit. And what Greg told me is that while you're walking door to door, crying in between each door that gives you a rejection, you need to give those people something, right? Yes. Whether it's a door hanger or a coupon or something. I feel like Zillow leads is the same thing. I feel like you need to give these people something. Now, what did I do? I went out there and created a tool, right? I created a book called Your Path Home. And this is what I give to every single person that walks through a door with me. I give them just one, and I share this with them, and I explain it to them. Okay. Here's the 15 steps to your own front door. Okay. It walks them through color-coded what the steps are. I tell them up front, this isn't the kind of book you're going to read end to end, but it start with your expert. Find me. Okay. Sign the BRBC. California requires the broker buyer compensation agreement. Okay. Get pre-approved. Okay. Those are the first 3 steps. We have that conversation really early in the game. Define your searches or tour homes. Goes through all of these things. And then it talks about these things. On every single page, you have something that says, when you're ready, text or call me. Here's my phone number. Okay. This is your journey end to end. These people have never been through this process before, Greg. And what I believe is that a lot of them stumble. The finish line is easy. It's your keys. Who's on the field? Who are you going to talk to? Okay, this saves me a tremendous amount of time for non-native speaking English
Are you one of them?
I am, but only today. Okay. It goes through it. Each of these pages ties back to the first page. Okay. And if you guys want a copy of this, send me an email, michael@livingthebusiness.com, and I will share a copy of this PDF for you. I do print it and bind it, and I have this discussion early on. Greg taught me a long time ago that building trust is important. So I also always flip back to the final page. Okay. And I tell them, look, no matter who you work with, I'm really interested in helping you, but I also want to make sure that you know some important facts. Don't sign or pay for anything you don't understand. If you have questions in this process, come to me. Read the disclosures. This is full stop. And hey, for those of you that don't know, veroax.com, get your free disclosure analysis. Check it out as a real estate agent. This is going to be amazing for you. Okay. Disclosure, I own that product and it is taken off like wildfire. Okay. The other one is the scammers. As you get into a transaction, guys, scammers are increasing exponentially. And I tell them this and I share this with them and I say, look, I want to get you into your new home. Let's go find your home together. And I work with them and I build this, and this is consistent. Now, there are a couple mistakes. The new one that I'm adding will have my photo on the back and it will be branded a little better towards me. But this is the model that I'm working with. And this follows the theme of my personal website, michaelfielden.com. Same colors, same coordination. They can go look at this book there. It's consistent across the board.
When to get a copy of this, Michael, can they customize a copy of this, or is this something that will be on Living the Business or just exclusively through you? I mean, because this is honestly very, very helpful information. Do they recreate it? I mean, how do they get their version of this?
So one, yes, I could help you do this. You could go to livingthebusiness.com, sign up, send a message to Michael and say, help me build one for me. Because we want your brand on it. You want it to look like you, and you want it to be authentic to you, right? You don't want it to be my work where they go out and see this somewhere else. I can help you guys get to this on your own. You don't need to be there. And Greg and I were talking about this before we started the show, and there's some magic tools out there. And for those of you that aren't using AI to help you in your development, help you in your scripting, and to work with you with other people, you're crazy. Okay. Get in there and try things out. We are offering AI coaching through Living the Business. You go sign up for coaching by me. Your first coaching sessions, first 30 minutes is on me, and I will help you through the process. And in addition to giving you 30 minutes of my time for free, I will give you 30 minutes of Greg's time.
Yeah. Way to go, pal.
I'm really generous with Greg's time.
Yeah, he's fantastically awesome. Oh, my word.
But I think that's a really important thing for you to start getting is you start building your brand. You build that equity. It ties into your business cards. It ties into what you hand out, and it's consistent. And I'm going to argue that it could vary if you're in Tupelo, Mississippi, but I bind things. I put covers on them. Okay. I make them look pretty. It's on good paper. I use 32-pound, 100% brightness paper. That's like $20 a ream, which I know most people are just using whatever their broker puts in the machine, but I find it makes a difference.
You know what? I would have laughed at you a while back about that. I would have been like, you are certifiably crazy. But I'll be honest, it does make a difference. You can feel the quality. Instantly, your subconscious kicks in and says quality, value, respect, because you didn't cheap out. Now, if you don't have the budget for it, I'm not talking smack about you. What I'm saying is there is a difference when it comes to the paper and the quality and the feel and the texture. It does send a message to the subconscious of the consumer, and I truly believe in that. And
I'm going to tell you, if you don't have the budget for it, there's two things you can do. There's 500 pieces of paper in a ream. You can get a ream of 32-pound paper, 98 brightness on Amazon for $17. Stretch your pennies, print on both sides of the paper, start doing duplex. It's still better than your regular 20-pound. The other thing I think, and I learned this from Greg 17 years ago in one of his classes, it is really easy to sell down.
Yeah.
It is really hard to sell up. So if you're presenting a $100,000 house image, the $1 million guy is probably not going to want to work with you.
That's ridiculous.
You're creating a $1 million package, that $100,000 guy is going to go, hey, I'm looking good.
Exactly. It is all about perception. Perception equals reality. And in most of the times, whatever you tell somebody or show somebody, they're going to ultimately believe if there's no corresponding counter argument or, subject matter to it. So if you show up looking like you're ready to rock, and this is not your first rodeo with good looking material, everything put together, that's the perception of reality that those clients and customers will ultimately see and feel when they think about you at night, when they're like talking like, oh, what about that kitchen, that backyard, this, this street, that neighborhood, this school district, blah, blah, blah. You're going to resonate in their brain of quality, substance, knowledge, professionalism. Yep. And again, if you don't have the budget, don't overthink it. Just get into action. And then act as if you will have that 23-pound paper. You're going to have it and more. Don't worry about it. And the people are going to fall in love with you. And they're going to work with you because it's you. But your representation to people who don't know you, Michael nailed it on the head.
Yep. And Greg is dyslexic. That's 32-pound paper, and don't mess it up.
See, Greg, that's what I mean. This is why I don't use paper.
Greg, we're 32 minutes in. I am going to say farewell, you take us home.
No, you are not, good sir. No, you are not.
You are.
I forbid you. This is the reason why. Michael and I were talking pre-show, and I totally forgot to bait you guys and make you guys stay for this. But Michael has a phenomenal ending for prompting for the different social medias when you want to get something created, and it's so good. I have to have Michael share this with you because it is unbelievably awesome. Get a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm being serious. Or just start. We're going back and rewatch this part.
Or
Michael,
shoot me an email.
Or shoot an email. But what is the prompt that you're putting at the end of the prompts that make this so much more impactful? Because this is truly amazing.
Okay, guys. First thing I want to point out to you is that AI is not Google. Don't go in and ask Google questions. You tell things don't go into AI and ask questions. You can ask Google. Go in and let it help you do your business. Create your prompt. Give it an idea of what you're looking for and let it run with it. Don't tell it exactly because you want it to bring some of the energy. But at the end of that now, we have something called loop engineering. And this is getting AI to work for you. And if you are creating something, at the end of that, what I have started doing is when you find what you think I am looking for, right? So I tell Claude, when you find what I'm looking for, spawn 3 agents in other models. So if you're using Opus or Fable or whatever you're using, spawn 3 agents. In this case, I was doing a design document. So I said, spawn a copywriter, an art director, and a UI UX, somebody that's involved in the look. And tell those models to review the work that you have produced and keep working on this until they all think it is excellent. Every single one of them thinks it is excellent. At that point, show me what I can deliver. And Greg, this is a game changer. You are going to get better results. It's going to take longer, but it's going to come back to you with significantly better results.
Well, Michael, that is where we're going to end the show because that was awesome sauce. Guys and gals, go to livingthebusiness.com. Take a look at our specials that we're running right now for some starter packages for intros for coaching. And if you like this content, keep coming back. Share to a friend what this show's all about. We're here to build you up your business at a price that's not going to break the bank. Guys, we've been doing this for over 20 years each. 27 for me, 25 for you, Michael, right?
Yep.
Give or take? 25 for Michael. And guys, Come on. How many coaches and trainers out there right now can you actually say they're still in the business, crushing it on a daily basis, but yet still wanting to pay it forward? So go take a look at it. We love you. Michael, I will talk to you soon. To all the rest of you, I'll see you guys next week. Until then, make it a great one. Bye.